Good afternoon. Welcome to Sweden and Scandinavia. We're actually on a historical grounds here in Stockholm. And 1936, this airport that you will see in the film when we take off and land finally, maybe down the line if you watch your second Air-Clip that will be coming. My name is Johan Westin. I'm the commander today, and here's my first officer.
My name is George Palmer, and I will be the pilot flying down to Malmö, where we're going. So start off here in Bromma and 1 hour flight down to Malmö.
And maybe I didn't say, but you're going to be flying on a Rotten Regional Airlines aircraft. It's an Avro RJ100. And finally, this year may be one of the last commercial flights among an airline with an RJ. It's been with our company since end of 1998, 99, when it came from Colombia. I've been flying the Avro RJ100 and the 85 model and the BA-146 since the 1996, so I got about 6,000 hours on the RJ.
Yeah, and I'm maybe flying for 3 years, so I have almost 2,000 hours. So not as much as the captain.
Oh, it's not that much. We'll talk about more about ourselves on cruise, we figured.
Yes.
We got about an hour to or 52 minutes to take off, and the cabin crew will arrive on another aircraft, so you meet the cabin crew on board. So we just do a quick pre-flight briefing. This is one of our trunk routes, so it's fairly used to go to Malmö. I don't know many thousands of times I've been there, but every day is different, so let's have a check.
Yeah.
Okay, let's dig into the weather.
Start with the weather.
Yeah.
Zoom it in so everyone sees.
And for your viewers, everything is paperless here in the company. So we have it on the iPad. You're going to meet the electronic flight bag on board, which have exactly the same information. So no papers.
Bromma.
Bromma looks pretty decent.
Light winds.
Yeah.
3 degrees.
Sure.
And when we come back, it looks good as well. Malmö. More wind. 700 feet cloud base.
Oh, okay.
Because it's 1700. It looks good.
Okay.
And our alternative is Copenhagen.
Sure.
Looks good as well.
A cloud base of 400, but that's later on. Yes,
Yep.
That's in the evening. So.
And we have nearby airports.
Sure.
Ängelholm. It looks good as well. Have a look at NOTAMs. Bromma, runways treated with chemicals. Malmö, nothing that affect us. Copenhagen.
Yes, some cranes or no?
Cranes. Runway 04 left closed for takeoff and landing.
It's been for quite a time, I think. Yeah.
Runway 22 right closed for takeoff and landing.
Yeah, some stands, but we can solve that on the ground.
Yeah. So it looks good. Have a look at the weather charts.
Okay.
A little bit windy on the route.
Might be some turbulence there, yeah.
Yeah, climbing through 240
sure.
to 300. And there's a jet. On the way back, looks better.
Oh, that's
And this is how it looks in Sweden.
Yeah, typical perfect weather chart, for training wise. Explain all the detail.
We can take that in another movie.
Yeah.
The first flight will be call sign Scanwing 36 Mike, Bromma to Malmö, registration Sierra Delta Sierra Romeo. Light headwind, 64 passengers. We have alternative of Copenhagen. Fuel or time, 55 minutes. Fuel 4.1.
Sure.
And on the return, Malmö to Bromma, 74 passengers. Arlanda as alternative. 54 minutes and 4 tons.
Okay.
So what do you say? Shall we add some extra?
Yeah, we can have, you know, like an old pilot would say, should we take some for mom and dad or no extras? How about 4 or something?
Yeah, perfect.
That's good.
Yeah,
You're happy with that?
I'm happy with that. And we're to decide to return.
Yeah, then we can take one orbit if there's something in Malmö.
Yes, sounds good.
Yeah.
And let's have a look at the aircraft.
Yeah, we got, you know, everything online on the aircraft status. I don't know what we've done today, but you know, there's nothing on the MEL, and there's nothing on the deferred items.
No.
It's fairly simple.
Yeah,
Usually our MELs are fairly clean. Honestly, this one is really good. So there's nothing to say, you know. The aircraft is checked on the 70 hours.
perfect.
So what should you just order fuel and
Yeah.
head for the aircraft?
I think sounds
Yeah.
good. So where's the winter?
No, I've been looking forward to it, you know.
Yeah, me
But
too.
I got 1 week of skiing in Trysil, so
Yeah?
I'm kind of.
Oh, that's good.
I need some more skiing.
Yeah. I have 2 weeks in April
Yeah.
going skiing up north.
Oh, and my daughter is coming home today from, you know, she's working as in the ski school up there.
Oh, nice.
Nice, I know.
Yeah,
That'd be my retirement thing, to be a ski instructor. Yeah,
that sounds like a good retirement job.
I know.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to minus degrees so I can go ice skating on the lakes.
Oh,
I don't think it will happen
No.
this winter.
but I'm still praying for March.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know why?
No? Oh, yeah. Time off. Yeah, I know.
There's a certain reason for it.
Yeah. So here she is.
Here she is, the Avro RJ100. We'll take you on a trip to Malmö, as we said. So come along. So I do the walk around and
Yep. I go and prepare
Sure.
everything. Should I take your bag?
no worries. Here it is.
Stop.
Okay, guys, we're going to take you through a walk around, what we call a pre-flight inspection on this Avro RJ100. I didn't say it before, but you know, you can see on the negative dihedral of the wings, you know, the wing is going downwards. You probably see it on the military aircraft, and it actually was designed, the BA-146, and then of course later the Avro, but the BA-146 was almost designed as a military aircraft. So it had 4 engines. Why do we need to have 4 engines? The good thing, if you have an engine failure, see that if you go down to Africa and suddenly one engine stops, you can actually take off almost empty with 3 engines. I've done it 4 times. So you can ferry the aircraft home to home base or whatever on 3 engines, but of course not with passengers. Let's have a look on the walk around. And we start up here, like you probably seen maybe on the, like any aircraft, check all the intakes for pitot for speed, you know, angle of attack, temperature probes, ice detector, radar inside should be intact, the radome. We have the similar things on the other side, and then we're basically down to the nose gear. Just like in a car or on your bike. You check the strut is good with, you know, hydraulic fluid. Of course, we check the tires. The tire look good, and the linkage down here. Next thing, we go into the hydraulic bay and where all the avionics are. There we check all the circuit breakers. Everything is set. So let's continue. Check the fuselage. Get a few static ports. Nothing in the cargo compartment. No foreign objects. And here we're actually down to the hydraulic bay where all the hydraulics are. So let's look inside. And the most important thing, we got water for the coffee. That's what I'm looking for. So we got water up here, water tank with a sight glass there. We got 45 liters of water. And of course we check there's nothing wrong with the hydraulic system. It's like a jungle of lines, but I know what to look for, so it looks good. We'll check the engines. Got the, the extinguisher for the fire in case there's an engine fire. It's green. Oh, good. Got the fuel receipt. We check the fan blades on all engines. Should be clean, no dents. Then we'll continue. And now we're just checking the wings and everything here. We're checking the ailerons. And of course we got a nav light, it's gonna be dark later on. Now we're down to to check the tires. And here are the tires on the Avro RJ. And it's actually, I shouldn't say it on the film, but you can land smoothly since you have a linkage on that compared with maybe a 737 and an A320, which you got the strut straight down. So hopefully I'm going to give you a smooth landing. Basically the same thing here, tires. Check that the brakes, still brakes left. And continue. Nothing in there as well, no foreign objects. And we got what we call an APU here in the back, an auxiliary power unit that can give us air and electricity, an extra generator. And when I'm back here, we got, on the both on the rudder and on the elevator, check the static ports, 4 on each side. And the most important thing, since we're up in Scandinavia, we checked there's a gap between the elevator and so you can see the sky there, so there's no snow or residues. Outflow valves from the cabin pressure. And here we're down to the same thing. Tires, brakes, struts. And we're off to the wing again. Aileron looks good, static ports. The one for you not that familiar, we got the static whips sitting here in case the aircraft gets charged by static in the air. Maybe if you fly some clouds and rain. Nav lights. And we're off to the engines again. Extinguisher, fan blades, 2 extinguishers. And we're off to the fan blades again. Extinguisher number. Last one, outflow valves for the cabin pressure, in case there's too much air in the aircraft when you fly, So that's the end of the pre-flight briefing, so let's go on board.
I have done the preparations. Are you ready to
Sure.
receive the flight?
No, let's see. Thank you.
Here you have everything.
Today max thrust 92.9.
Set.
Fine, set. Fuel 4360.
4360.
Oh,
Sorry.
60. No worries. We could, actually do the flight deck safety, the one reduced with number ones on the checklist that we do since we arrived at the new aircraft today for the
We'll do
first
that.
flight.
Yeah. Flight deck safety co-pilot complete.
Commander complete.
Originating 1. Covers and pins.
Stowed.
Oxygen mask.
Unchecked.
Unchecked. Master switches.
On.
IRS, FMS, EFIS, NAVINIT and on. Anti-skin lid spoilers.
On.
Hydraulic panel.
Checked off.
AP unit panel.
Checked.
Pressurization panel.
Checked.
A light and notes panel.
Checked.
Emergency lights.
Arm.
Air conditioning panel.
Checked.
Air supply panel.
Checked.
Center panel.
Checked.
Control disc handles.
In.
Center pedestal.
Checked.
Originating number 1's complete.
Yeah, should we can save that checklist later.
Yes.
No. There's one cabin crew coming.
That's good.
Yeah, at least one. We need 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more. Hey.
Oh. Hey. Hello there.
Hallå ja!
Hej, det var han. Ja.
Yes. Hej, hej.
Hej. Det är bra. Ja.
Scanning 136, koordinater.
136.
Ja, min kollega i gaten försöker få tag på kabinen på stand 2 men får ingen kontakt. Så vi kan be dem lägga sig på stand 2.
Yes, jag till att fixa 2.
Okay, guys, welcome to flight deck. We've done all the, starting firing up the aircraft electronically and set it up. So we're basically down to the checklist and getting a clearance and get going.
Yes, I added 22 bags in
Okay,
compartment 4.
sure.
Ready to receive.
Yeah, ready.
Send it.
Thank you. How about, exactly. Flight deck reduced checklist.
Flight deck reduce circuit breakers.
Set.
Cabin signs.
On.
Pressurization.
Set.
Fuel panel.
On and checked.
Fuel quantity.
4,360 kilos.
4,260. QNH or altimeter is QNH 995.
995 and negative 10 feet.
0 feet. IRS DNS.
Set.
Set. Break temp.
Checked.
Review complete.
I guess we're ready for clearance and
Yes. Ground, good day, Scanwing 36 Mike, stand 100, we have Echo 995, request clearance to Malmö.
Scanwing 36 Mike, cleared Malmö, North 3 Whiskey departure, 3000 feet, squawk 0445.
Clearance Malmö, North Whiskey 3000 feet, squawk 0445, Scanwing 36 Mike.
check Nasli to whiskey.
Checked.
3000 feet.
Seen.
And the squawk is 0445 when
Checked.
our name is Scanwing 36 Mike.
Checked.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm the pilot flying, ready
Yes,
for briefing.
you are, I'm ready.
Right pilot takeoff, flaps 18, engine and eyes off, engine number 4, and we flex.
Okay.
Taxi, runway 12 for departure. It's a normal standard taxi via Tango and Yankee.
Uh-huh.
And departure plate 30-2.
Sure.
Nosli 3 Whiskey. We climb on heading 123, task uniform. Right turn to Trosa 1143, set on nav 1 and 2.
Uh-huh.
218. And we continue the departure in Elnav.
Yes.
Acceleration normal 2,500 feet. And in case of emergency, my intention is to follow the SID in Elnav and emergency acceleration 1,100. Highest MSA is 2.2.
Yeah, I agree on all that. You know, any threats you think about today or so? Or
Maybe all the cameras around us,
I know.
but we stay focused.
Ignore them.
Ignore them. Exactly.
In case you have any backup plans, you know, I preferred, you know, fly on radar vectors.
Yes.
Understood. Arlanda and Nyköping is close
Yes.
by and everything is open. So
Yes.
Thanks.
Sounds good.
Bird.
Du, det kommer in passagerare nu. Ska vi vänta eller ska vi köra?
Du kan ta dem.
Ska vi ta en?
Ja.
Han är välkommen.
Okay, then we wait for the final figures.
Yeah. 1 passengers to go.
Yes.
Yeah, well, what's else? I might as well brief the passengers, or
Yeah, you can do that.
I can wait for one more, or should we give them the pleasure of listening to my voice or not?
Yeah, give them the pleasure.
Sure. Yeah, thank
Boarding
you.
complete.
Boarding complete.
Then I just wait for the electronic flight back to turn green.
Yeah. So okay, guys, we just got 1 passengers left that we allowed leave the gate. It should be here in about, I guess, 60 seconds or 2 minutes. Then we're all set to go.
Yes. One staircase.
Uh-huh.
There it goes. 27.
Yeah, so lost passengers here. Or
72 passengers.
uh-huh.
I send you an auto seat.
Okay, auto seat. Let's do like this, then I'll brief the passengers so you can preset everything and
I
we'll
will do that.
talk it through later. Ja, god eftermiddag. Välkomna ombord till oss på Proton Regional Airlines och den här Avro RJ100 som tar oss till Malmö. Kapten heter Johan Westin tillsammans med George Palmer Harju. Jag träffar Katarina, Dominika och Helene som tar väl hand om er. En flygtid idag strax under timmen. Det är lugnt i lufthavet och sen är det i Skåne ganska likvärdigt. Väder lite mulet och 7 grader. Och sen är det inte mer än att det är dags för säkerhetsdemonstrationen. Den önskar jag att ni följer med på. För jag önskar en trevlig resa. Tack. In front of flight take, welcome board Burton Regional Airlines on our flight on this RJ100 down to Malmö Airport. The captain, Johan Westin, together with my co-pilot George Palmer Harju. I will take about an hour, less than an hour down there. Should be good conditions above the cloud deck and in Malmö. Fairly similar weather, partly to cloudy skies and temperature 7 degrees. You met my cabin crew, Katarina, Dominika and Helene. Before they help you with service, I'd like you to follow along on our safety briefing. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
We're just waiting for the
Final.
correct seating.
Sure.
Shall we go through the numbers?
What?
Shall we go through the numbers?
Yeah, I'm ready for numbers. Then we got a zero fuel weight over 32473.
Set.
You should read about 37 tons takeoff.
Set.
And 72 passengers trim to go since we don't have the seating. We're take a full flex then.
Yeah. 72 correct?
Yes.
Yeah, 72. You may close the door. Thank you.
There you have the correct seating.
Okay, we were talking about flex. So make a full flex,
Yep.
41 degrees. Since we derate the engines, since we don't need the full thrust today, and then set up the flex thrust here on engine 4 for a reminder at 86.5.
Set.
Okay, 37 tons for takeoff. Here are the speeds. Lowest calculated V1 on Brahma 106.
106. 123 on VR.
3 TV2.
And VF2 174.
Check. I'll send
Close the
load
door.
sheet.
Transponder. Thanks.
Okay.
Before start.
Before start.
Brakes.
Set.
Coffee warning.
Check.
Trims.
0033.
0033. TRPM speeds.
And flex speed set.
Flex speed set. Fading lights.
Out.
Warning.
Out.
Lead.
Off.
Beacon.
On.
Energize.
On.
Start master.
On.
Start power.
Signal
Transponder.
Transponder on.
Door.
Locked.
Before start checklist complete. Ground. Scanning 36 mics. Then the 1-9 request startup.
Scanning 36 mics. Startup approved.
Startup approved. Scanning 36 mic.
Hello, ground. You're on YouTube, so we'll take everything in English today.
Okay,
Yeah. Ground check complete.
complete.
Then we're clear to start engine 4321 in sequence.
4, 3, 2, 1 in sequence.
Thank you. So here about 10-13% we
Dra västen över huvudet, korsa banden bakom ryggen och bind den
we got
knut till sidan.
ignition.
Tänk på att den ska blåsas upp först när du lämnar flygplanet genom att dra i den röda plattan. Munstycket använder du för att fylla på eller tömma luft ur västen. Då ska vi göra klart kabinen inför start. Vi påminner om att säkerhetsbältet nu ska vara fastspänt, handbagaget undanstuvet och elektroniska enheter i...
Stabilized. 33.
Ready for takeoff, so please fasten your seatbelt and stow your hand luggage under the seat in front of you. Electronic devices may be used with flight mode. We thank you for your attention and wish you a very pleasant flight to Malmö Airport.
40.
Start right up.
Stabilized. Starting to.
Start right up.
Stabilized. 31.
Start right up.
Stabilized. You may disconnect and Chuck, see you in about 2.5 hours. Bye bye.
Bye.
After start
Off
checklist.
start. Brake pads.
Auto.
Hydraulics.
On.
Generators.
On.
Start panel.
Set.
Energize.
Off.
Heater sectors.
On.
Radar.
Standby.
Central panels.
Checked.
After start checklist complete.
Clear signal received.
Flaps.
18.
18 selected. Ground. Scan 36 mics. Then 100 request taxi. Taxi hold point 12. Scanning 36 mic.
Only 1-2.
Yes. Clear right.
Och det är flex bana 12 Yankee 1 då räknar på klaffarten. Clear view.
Flaps 18 set.
Check instruments.
Flight instrument checked. QNH 905.
995 sea level.
0. Briefing.
Go ahead.
Static takeoff. Acceleration altitude 2,500 feet. First turn to the right at Oscar uniform. First altitude 3,000. Emergency. Follow the SID in LNAV. Emergency acceleration 1,100. Highest MSA 22.
Like we talked about threats, you know. Plenty of cameras on board, but I try to ignore it.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Me too.
no threats this afternoon.
Understood. George?
Hej, Katarina. Vi har slide somewhere cabin clear.
Very good.
Varsågod.
Cabin clear.
Cabin clear.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff, brakes.
Checked.
Flaps V2.
8133.
18133. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Config. Checked. Cabin.
Clear.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Shall we, you ready?
I'm ready.
Your controls.
My controls.
So here we are, John. Taxiing for takeoff on runway 12 towards downtown Stockholm. And you know, this airport opened in 1936. I actually have a picture that I found in a drawer where I saw in 1942, you know, here in the departure hall, there's an English airman having a smoke with a German pilot and actually smiling.
Going 36 Mike, wind variable 2 knots, runway 12, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, scanning 36 Mike.
1-2, clear for takeoff. Approach check to checked.
Yeah, put the TCAS on.
Aligning up and line of items.
TCAS checked.
Strobe is on.
Check. Cabin call. Given flight director takeoff track green, auto throttle white. Top and roll spoilers.
Rudder checked.
Strobe transponder. Bleed. Engine 4, so should read 86.5.
86.5 confirm.
Line up items complete.
Thank you. Heading checked, LNAV checked.
Checked.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
My stick check trust.
Order throttle green. Trust checked. Checked. Go. Rotate.
Gear up.
Faster rate. Gear up. Select. Gears up.
Checked. Select autopilot.
Autopilot.
Checked. Select L.
L1 green.
Checked.
Good afternoon, scanning 36 Mike, climbing in 3000 out of 1900.
Cabin 36 Mike, Stockholm, identified, come to flight level 100.
Flight level 100, scanning 36 Mike.
100 set.
Seen.
Standard.
Standard.
29.
29 crash checked.
Accelerating.
Checked.
Speed 210.
Checked.
Ice detect.
Put tail,
Airframe.
airframe, yeah, and out the wing on.
And
Scamming 36 Mike, clear direct to Norfolk.
Inbound to Oslo, scamming 36 Mike.
set Oslo, please.
You're coming.
Flaps.
Flaps, select Oslo. Oslo confirm. There you go, turning to Oslo. Lovely. Best thing you know, guys, for being a pilot, coming up here in the sun, just above the cloud deck.
Speed 250.
Checked.
Oh, yes, green. Climb checklist.
Altimeter standard.
Standard 4-3 coming up.
4-3 cross check gear.
Up and out.
Up out flaps.
0.
Lead.
On.
Pax.
On. And pressurize.
On pressurize. And TRP climb number green, and the APU we haven't used, so it's off. Climb checklist complete. Smooth. I'll let the cabin do the work.
Checked.
Signs off.
Yeah, finally some sunlight.
Yeah, I know, I need some shades almost.
Scamming 36 Mike, clear direct Tonsa.
Inbound to Tonsa, scamming 36 Mike.
Tonsa confirm.
Confirm.
Is off.
Yeah, and
still have the IT tech, so I keep the airframe on.
Or give it a minute.
Scamming 36 Mike, contact Sweden 133.705.
33705, scamming 36 Mike. Bye now.
133.705.
Good afternoon, Sweden. Scamming 36 Mach 75, climb 100 for Tonsa.
Scamming 36 Mike, Sweden, identified, climb to flight level 280.
Flight level 280, scamming 36 Mach.
280 set.
Seen. Check.
Airframe off.
What do you say, high speed later on for punctuality?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Flight level 100.
Yeah, we'll do our flight level 100.
Set speed 270.
Sure. Lights off, AC pump, logo is off. Check the pressure again, just in case, and we set standard on our backup altimeter. And we have an extra device that check our cabin pressure called. Our nickname is Pac-Man, a little device that can warn us if there's something wrong with the cabin pressure. So flight level 100 items complete.
Thank you very much.
So now, guys, we're up above flight level 100 items, and you know we call it sterile flight deck below flight level 100. So we don't try to not chit chat too much. Just stick to the flying part. and the checklist and SOPs. Now a little bit, we climb to flight level 280 here. You can see on our MCP. I think today we'll climb to flight level 300, not more, since it's a short haul down to Malmö. I wouldn't say it's relaxed, but it's not as much work now. So
no, it's very relaxed.
It's a good thing, if you want to be a pilot, flight level 100, time for coffee and chit chat.
Exactly. And for us, it's almost a long flight.
I know.
We're flying here domestic in Sweden.
Yeah.
So 1 hour flight it's a long flight.
Yeah. I think my longest flight on an Avro RJ100. I stretched it, I pushed as much fuel I could in the tanks, and I flew from Athens to Oslo. And that was 420, I think, or 425.
Yeah, that's a long flight
But
for an Avro.
it was empty.
It was empty then. Yeah, me too. I think this will be my 354th time in Malmö. And your 3042nd.
I haven't
Who
counted,
counts?
but I'm the old guy, so
Yeah.
I'm old school. I have a regular logbook with pen and pencils.
Yeah.
And he's the
That's
modern
my backup one.
Okay, but he's the modern guy that can calculate everything on his smartphone. so-
Exactly. I have my digital logbook.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good. Do you have the airborne time for me?
Airborne time. Sure, it is here.
Thank you.
Answer, 1 to go.
1 to go, standard 300 set.
Checked. Altitude green.
Altitude green. 0.7 sets.
Check.
Slightly behind schedule.
Yeah, we'll keep the
Normal
speed up.
cruising speed is 0.67 for us. Running late, increased to 0.7.
That sounds good. And level of items is complete.
Thank you.
Climb norm. Pressure is good, Any anti-ice off.
And you have a cup of coffee.
Ah, that's it.
Yeah.
I got my afternoon cup.
Yeah. I'm not grown up yet, so I have a juice.
That looks good. It suits you.
Thank you.
Ah.
So even we are far up north, it can be sunny here.
Yeah.
It's not often we have the sun shades on.
No, but now,
Today.
today, with the shades on.
But it's getting better. We're going to more bright time.
Yeah, and then if it would be on YouTube in the summer, it could be almost 24 hours. Not really, but
almost.
Almost.
I set Sturup 1130
Yeah.
ahead.
I'll put the localizer up right now. Localizer DMA.
So Johan, how did you start off your career?
Oh, that's back in the... I would say when back in the 60s, my father was in the Navy. And back then, of course, the military had a lot of money, so he had the opportunity to go to the Aviation Academy, to flight school in Sweden. So he flew propellers and flew some A32 Lansen and stuff. And I went to a lot of flight shows and so on. So I grew up with aviation in the background. But then my dad, you know, he started flying helicopters in the Navy. But, you know, apparently, according to the tale, you know, he put the tail rotor in the asphalt, so he got, you know, dismissed from the...
Okay.
They ended up on submarines.
Oh.
But anyhow, but, you know, aviation...
From aircraft to submarines, that says that.
And then, yeah, I, like you, for you viewers, you know, both me and George was in the Navy, in the same, actually in the same unit, different times.
Different years.
Different years. I was there in the 80s.
Yeah.
I think you were there in
2011.
Yeah. So that's kind of fun. So we have a common bond from the Navy.
Yeah.
Then I during my military years, you know, I figured, you know, how about flying? So I went to flight school in the States. Like in South Carolina, like a lot of Swedes went to the North American Institute of Aviation. So I ended up, you know, with American papers, and I almost, you know, progressed into a main airline here in Scandinavia. Then there was the Gulf War, so I applied for a job up in Detroit. Ended up, you know, flying in those old planes, which is kind of fun now. I grew up with flying DC-3s, and I got a few hours of DC-6, and I have a 500-600 hours of Convair with the reciprocal engines, and I even have about 500 with the turbine engines, the Convair 580.
Oh, so they converted a few to turbine engines?
Yeah, this, you know, like you see in a Hercules engines, Allison engines.
Yeah.
I went from that aircraft, you know, to the BA-146, and that was kind of similar instrumentation and speeds and stuff. So
you felt like home.
Yeah, I was fairly comfortable, and I came from the old school, you know, hand flying DC-3s. So I'm probably more proficient in hand flying back then than I'm now. So that's roughly my background.
Yeah. And you've been flying how many years in the United States?
Oh, about 7 years. So
yeah,
we flew in mostly in, you know, continental or United States, you know, and a few times to Central America and Caribbean a couple of times, and I had a luxury of being a base captain in Alaska for 6 months, and that was kind of a thrill. So I can tell you stories for hours, but you heard a few of them before.
I heard a few of them, and they are amazing.
Yeah.
And you did some backcountry flying, landing on the gravel runways.
Yeah, with a Piper Cub on a gravel runways, and actually one time up on that glacier, you probably can see on YouTube, Galena.
Oh,
that was cool. Cool to have done that.
It sounds like a very cool start of your career.
Ah, it was, you know, it was fun. It was good for my. It's, let's say it this way. It's nice to have done it.
Yeah,
and done all those, you know, I wouldn't say crazy things, but different experiences.
Yeah. And then you moved back to Sweden.
Yeah, and then, you know, everyone said, you know, after 5 years being a European, maybe after 5 years, it's either stay in the States, apply for the majors there, but my heart was, you know, in Sweden with my friends and family and the archipelago and the islands and this nature.
Yeah.
So I moved back. Started here in '96, but I've been here ever since.
Yeah.
Awesome job.
And you'll be flying the BA-146.
Yeah.
And later then the Avro.
Yeah. The 146 there between '96 and we faded them out in the early 2000.
Yeah.
And then, like I told you guys, on the RJ came in '99. This is one of them. They've been here since '99.
Yeah.
Now we're about to retire.
About to retire.
About 2 months. And look, RJ flying in our company.
Yeah, and pretty much in Europe.
Yeah, I think Cityjet might phase them out as
Yeah.
well this year.
Yes.
No.
And what we heard, the airplane's about to be sold to someone, somewhere. So they will be still flying, but not in Europe.
No, I think some of them might go to the States to be pretty. You see in the news all the time, firebombing.
Yeah.
With some extra tank for like fire retardant, so you can fill them up with. I haven't been flying firebombing, but I did some supply flying for up in Alaska when there was bushfires.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, so one time I flew from Anchorage up north, and I had about 6,000 kilos of ice cold Coca-Cola for the guys up there.
Yeah.
So 6 tons of cola
to cool the firefighters down.
Yeah, and it was actually like I'm a military guy. It was like a battalion of 450 firefighters that had a camp and tents and I shouldn't say a restaurant, but place to eat. And that was kind of cool to see.
Yeah, I can imagine. So we have 125 miles to go.
Yeah. So then, George, we got about a few minutes to talk about your career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My career is not as long as your, but been flying for 3 years. I started a few years ago. Meanwhile, as I was working in the Swedish Armed Forces. So I applied to a flight school in Västerås, did my training there, and 2016 I was done with all my flying, and applied here to Brotens for a job, and it's actually Johan here who is applied me.
Oh. Yeah, but should I tell him the story?
Yeah, do that.
Oh, look, a few years ago, I was the flight ops manager, not anymore, not just a line captain, but we were looking for some new co-pilots, and of course, we, like any company, get a lot of CVs, applications in, and I just briefly scanned them, and I saw this name that was, I saw that he'd been in the armed forces, and I saw that he'd been in the same unit as I. So George doesn't know, I will tell you today.
Yeah.
So I called this man, the company commander, and I explained that I worked there for a long time, and we had some common friends, and I asked if George, don't take that guy, that was one of my best officers, don't take him. Okay, that's all I need to know. Now he's
and
here.
now I'm here.
It's my fault.
Yeah, your fault. I'm grateful.
Partly, but you came here on your own effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you worked on the interview.
Yeah. I got you to the interview.
Yeah.
And
then I did the rest. So now I'm here. I've been working here for 3 years, and I really love this job. And I'm lucky to be employed where I live. So I live in Stockholm, and working from a city airport like Bromma is. I take my bicycle. It's 13 kilometers, and I take a shower, put on my uniform, and go to work. That's a luxury.
Yeah, that's the best thing, if you have the luxury of working at the same spot as where you live. Oh.
That's very, very nice. And so, yeah, here I am. And on my time off, I try to go flying whenever the weather's good. And I've been flying.
Don't you fly with your dad? Or,
Yeah, exactly. The interest of flying goes way back. So my dad, he brought me flying a Cessna 172 when I was 6 months.
So 6 months old?
Yeah, so he took me in the baby seat, the car seat, put me in the back and strapped me. And so that's my first flight. And then I joined him as much as I could. And he was flying some Beach King Airs and Learjet. And then he went to Swedish Regional Airline and then Ryanair.
Okay.
So I joined him as much as I could. And he's also a flight instructor. So I had my dad as a flight instructor.
How was that then?
It worked out.
It worked out
Yeah.
even for being in the family?
Yeah, it was good. We can work together with each other. So my interest goes way back. So my goal has always been to be an airline pilot. And even though I'm an airline pilot, I still have my interest of going flying. So I have access to a Saab Zafir, built 1959.
So what's you have that one west of Stockholm, Västerås or no?
It's outside Stockholm on a grass field.
I see, on Vallentuna?
No, it's called Skå-Ekeby.
Okay, got you.
So it's a 800-meter grass strip, and just outside Stockholm.
That's neat.
So flying the big plane is one thing, and the small airplanes is another thing.
I'll just adjust the cabin here.
Yes, we have a manual pressurization on this aircraft. So before we're leaving the cruising altitude, we need to set the pressure of the ground.
So we set the pressure here, 9 and 9.6. You got sharper eyes than I, so
yeah, it looks pretty good.
And we put the elevation is 200, when normally add another 100 feet or so.
Yep.
That's it. Then for descent wise, we work on what we call a Boeing standard operating procedure checklist. So mostly we non-critical things, we just have items. It's no checklist, and then we have a checklist for the critical items that you saw on the startup. But then there's the flow set up, so you do you touch and set everything, and then you check it afterwards on the checklist. So actually everything gets checked twice.
Yeah.
So here for descent, we'll set the pressure. We're about to enter the landing weights, which is good. It's going to be checked later on the approach checklist.
I will set the card for 35 tons.
I agree.
Speed for 35 tons, flap 33, 114, VFTO 169er.
Checked.
And set the decision altitude of 410.
Checked.
And you will get the briefing when we have the weather.
Yeah, I get you the weather.
Hello guys, welcome on board this flight bound for Malmö. On board an Avro RJ100. First of all, we love working here because it's such a familiar environment. We are 3 cabin crew and 2 pilots on board, so it's quite familiar. We know everything about each other and we love each other. And this aircraft always lands us perfectly and every time. And yes, and I've been working here for 13 years and I still love it. And we know all the passengers. They're coming every morning and leaving every night. In the end of March, these aircraft will be retiring and we will be going with them. We won't be flying anymore. And we are very, very sad. We see all our colleagues leaving one by one. And we will miss this Avro very much. Mainly, we fly domestic flights. We take about 112 passengers on board, and the flight takes about 55 minutes. We also fly international during the summer, run Europe. And on our domestic flights, we serve coffee, tea, and always some snacks. And on international flights, We have drinks and food. And normally we work 5 days and have 2 days off. You can combine it with the family because you almost always come home at night. You work about from 4 hours till 12 hours. That's a normal day. Sometimes we have layovers in Sweden, of course, Gothenburg, Umeå or Stockholm. Otherwise we always come home at night, so you have office hours almost. We have 10 minutes to landing now. It's a short flight, 55 minutes. I hope you enjoyed seeing Avro since it's going in the end of March. A beautiful, beautiful airplane. So bye guys, enjoy.
Descent items complete.
Thank you very much.
Scanning 36 Mike, when ready, descend flight level 290.
Descent 290, we're ready, scanning 36 Mike.
290
Scanning 36 Mike, contact Sweden 131.280.
131.280, scanning 36 Mike. Ja, 70 ut när vi vill lämna. Eller
Yeah,
70.
I would like to leave now.
Ja. That's good. Scanning 36 Mike, but about leaving 300 for flight level 290.
Goedemiddag, scanning 36 Mike, Sweden, radar contact. Stood up information, Papa valid, they are cleared or after Norby, follow Rasmus 1, Sierra from runway 17, when ready, descend flight level 70.
Flight level 70 Norway, Rasmus 1 Sierra for runway 17, and we have information Papa scanning 36 Mike.
Very good.
Flight
Same.
level 70, vertical speed.
Ja.
And after Norway, Rasmus 1 Sierra. Flight plan, arrival, runway 17, Rasmus 1 Sierra. It's in
Confirm.
computer. And Mark 3.
Checked. So we haven't really said that, but beyond we have our electronic flight flag that goes from A to B, from start to finish. So now we're in the descent file and our EFB calculations. So I put the weather in here.
Yeah, could you send it to me?
Yeah, I'll send it over to you. That's a good thing on this EFB setup. We can cross-feed everything to
Thank you
each
very
other.
much. Runway 170 was?
Yeah.
I change.
Oh, thank you.
Wet runway, and it will be a tailwind of 2 knots.
That's
Flap
work.
33 air conditioning on.
Yeah, I figured that would
normal.
work.
Landing distance required 1325. I sent it back so you have the right
Yeah,
correct order.
thank you.
Are you ready for briefing?
Yeah, ready for briefing.
Right pilot landing, flap 33, and eyes off cabin air reserve. Right now on the way to Norway,
Yeah,
and we have level restriction at Norway 3000 feet.
check.
And we continue to Mike Sierra 850. No restriction. Change to the ILS plates 50-1.
Yeah,
ILS frequency 1119er. Final approach track 172 corrected.
checked.
Threshold elevation to 09. Initial altitude 2500 feet. Distance 7.2. We leave with 3 degrees. Distance 4 we check 4090. And we set decision altitude 410 Y200. Landing distance available 2,800 meters. In case of missed approach, climb on 172, 2,500 feet. Radar vectors for new approach.
Yeah, no question, George. Any threats you think about today?
Yeah, threats at Malmö. It's a lot of bird activity.
Yeah,
So
I
we
agree.
have an
I
extra
agree.
lookout for birds. And otherwise, it's a good weather. No one threats.
No, it's just you and me and
Yeah.
all the cameras.
And all the cameras.
Yeah, I agree. We'll try to mitigate the birds with an extra lookout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Especially below the clouds there.
Lower the temperature.
Yeah,
It's quite
perfect.
warm.
Oh no, thank you.
Do you think new airplanes have the automatic climate control?
They should.
They should.
They should.
Yeah.
My car is fairly automatic.
Yeah, my car as well.
But you know, guys, it's like I told you on the ground or pre-flight. This is X, or not X, but designed as for the military. And you know, I've been flying for quite a while, but sometimes it's like a tank. You know, if you treat it well,
Yeah.
it's gonna treat you well.
Yeah.
Does its jobs. Got fantastic, you know, short field performance, and it's good in winter time when there's icing conditions.
Yeah, and the short field performance is outstanding.
Yeah.
So today we weigh about 34 tons or 34.6, and actual landing distance 795 meters,
Yeah.
which is very good.
Or that's with your full brakes, but we don't need that today.
No.
So
And Malmö, it's a long runway, so we just need to apply the brakes a little bit at the end.
I agree. Of course, if you want to change the brakes on an aircraft, everything on an aircraft, of course, is expensive. But I think it's about 12,000 British pounds to change the brakes.
Oh, each side.
I think it is, Child. I might be wrong. It might be both. But anyhow,
It's still expensive.
I changed the brakes on my car today, and it was about 400 euro. So,
And the brakes on the car, they're just smaller than on the aircraft.
so guys, we're about to descend. We're 13,500 roughly descending. So it's soon we'll go to our stereo flight deck and more focus on the flying. So here we're approaching flight level 100, so do some items that's really critical. Put the taxi lights on. AC pump we need to put on. No local lights
No
today.
local lights.
Pressurization. Maybe I give it a little help. And put this little device off. I talked to 10 minutes to cabin. Allesammans står vi ner om 10 minuter, 7 grader och ja, det är lite muligt idag. Ja, inte mer att säga. Tack för att ni har valt att flyga med oss. Ha en fortsatt trevlig dag. Cabin crew 10 minutes to landing.
Reducing speed 250.
Check.
And that's of two things. It's a speed
Cabin
limit
increasing
250.
flight, clear for approach, runway 17, QNH 907, report established status.
Clear approach, runway 17. 996 to report established, camping 36 Mike.
QNH 907.
997.
Set 3,000 feet.
seen.
Set 997.
997.
And approach checklist.
997.
Vertical speed, air brake.
Check 997.
78.
78 cross checked. Landing data.
250 ISO.
Checked.
Landing data checked.
Pressurization.
Checked.
Checked. Easy pump out to cabin to go.
Thank you. Use some air brake.
Sure, this is
Slightly
fantastic. You can open the... almost had a bad word, but you can open the back of the aircraft.
Yeah.
Open it like this.
And
you
it's a
don't
lifesaver sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lifesaver. You can slow down real quick.
And minute ISO.
Check.
Airframe, tail,
Check.
outer,
Check.
and inner. Start reducing speed to 20.
Check. One to go, 997. So either you stay at 3000 or descend later to 2500, your choice?
I will stay at 3000.
Okay.
Lock white.
Checked.
Final left settings.
Localizer green. Final nav set identified.
Thank you.
Scammy 36 marker established ALS 17.
Scanway 36 Mike on center line, 11 miles, contact to 118.805, head on.
18805 Scammy 36 mark. So long.
Reduce speed of 3200.
Checked.
Lights white.
Checked.
Flaps 18.
Speed checked, 18 selected. Glacier green, missed approach. Set. Ja, Johan.
Hej Johan, det är Katarina, där vid cabin clear.
Tack, cabin clear. Cabin clear, approach checklist complete.
Thank you. Speed 160.
Checked. Good afternoon, scamming 36 Mac on ALS 17.
Geared on engine list.
Every flight at Arlo, wind 282 degrees, 11 knots, sorry, 17
Did you say clear to land to scamming 36 Mac?
36 Mike A, firm, wind 282 degrees, 11 knots, sorry, 17 clear to land.
Caroline scamming 36 Mac.
Clear to land.
Gear.
Down to green.
Down to green brakes.
Checked.
Checked. Bleed and flaps to go so far.
Flaps 24.
24 selected. Approaching 4 DME.
Checked.
For DME is 15. Yeah, 100.
Checked.
Height looks good.
Air +5.
Red plot 5, 119er.
119er, flat 33.
Speed check 33 select. Stabilize nose wheel up, 33.
Confirm.
Lead set checked, landing checklist complete.
Manual controls.
Checked, flight director green.
Checked. Manual thrust.
Checked.
Stabilized.
Checked.
Minimums. $100.
Air brake.
Selected.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ground idle. Spoilers yellow and green.
There is one bird.
Check.
Test the brakes.
Brake pressure. 60 knots.
Your stick.
My stick.
Mike, Bravo Charlie stand to 1.
Bravo Charlie stand 1, scanning 36 Mike. You want to taxi or?
Yeah, I can taxi.
Sure.
Bravo and Charlie stand 1.
I cleaned up the aircraft. Put the flaps in, air brake.
Service off.
Turn the radar off. And the avionics or flight directors and stuff. And did you reset? And turn off the heating. And roughly preset the pressure for next flight here. That's it. After landing item is complete.
Thank you.
Welcome to Malmö, Sweden. So here we are.
The Swedish Riviera.
Riviera, yeah, yeah, right. It's kind of green for being February.
It is.
It is really, but and yeah, normally we do some fairly short turnarounds, 25 minutes, but we're now in the middle of the day or so. I guess we have almost an hour, 50 minutes. So
this is a long turnaround.
yeah, so this is a long turnaround.
And the good thing with this aircraft, we have the tiller on the both sides.
So yeah, if you look down on, if you have some camera, you can see George right hand has a tiller or a steering wheel. It's, you know, it's connected to the, like any bigger aircraft, connected to the nose gear. So both the co-pilot and the captain can, you know, steer the aircraft on the ground. Not that common.
No.
It's almost you have to pay extra to have two tillers on some aircraft.
Extra feature.
Yeah, extra feature. So what's on time? It's 35. So George, you have 40 seconds to the gate.
Yes. We will make it.
Yeah, probably be a few seconds late. Should I take over?
Your controls.
My controls. So now it's time for captain to taxi, and that's due to the docking system that you can see on the wall. There's a gate 1 Avro RJ100, and there's a black line there that I should have keep it straight. Now the line is straight and I'm taxiing too fast. Look at that. So it's pretty much that line is calibrated over the left seat. That's it.
Lights, seatbelt time.
Time to turn the
Transponder.
engines off. So 1, 2, 3, engine off. And here we have ground power. Put the ground power on. Turn engine 4 generator off, and then we can turn number 4 off. So time for shutdown checklist.
Shutdown, hydraulics, fuel pumps, generators, 1 to 4, tax light off, heaters, detectors off, bleeds off, beacons are off, brake sets, software rates off, transponder. Seatbelt sign handling. Shutdown checklist complete.
And folks from the flight deck, on time arrival here to Sturup. Have a nice day. Cabin crew doors are safe to open.
Okay everyone, welcome to rainy Malmo. It was a smooth flight down here. And now we changing cabin crew and we'll heading back to Bromma.
So can't more than say, thanks for watching Air-Clips, and stay tuned for edition 2. We'll bring you back to the capital of Stockholm and the city airport. Thank you. Bye now.